Hi everyone, it's Nicole, and today I should be putting embellishments on my page kits for the virtual crop, but I decided that I was going to separate this basket first, and then I'll use the embellishments that are in here to make the page kits. And then that way, I'll have big piles of embellishments divided by color, and then I'll use them. This basket has been kind of full like this for a couple of months, and it's been kind of driving me bonkers because I want it picked up. So I thought I would get kind of two things done at once. I'll get this basket cleared up, and I'll have a bunch of embellishments to make my page kits. And, basically what I'm going to do is I'm not even going to put them away in my little containers. I'm not going to do that until I get those 10 page kits done. And then that way they'll be sort of like, just like this. I'll just grab a whole bunch, put it with the page kits. Okay, that's kind of pink or greenish. And then I should be able to put those page kits together fairly quickly. This is a scrap of pattern paper, so we'll put that over there. This has mostly pink, so I'll put it with the pink. This has blue on it, so I'll put it with the blues. This kind of has red, I think. This has green. And then yellow. So I love doing this, kind of separating everything, getting some new, it's almost like new embellishments because they've been sitting in this basket for a few months. So one, it's time for them to kind of make an appearance and get on some layouts. Here, I'll take those apart and then I'll just chuck this. I'm really trying to getting things, keep organizing. So I have a few embellishment packages in here. So I'm just going to put those to the side, and I'll try to kind of put them away where they belong. I'm kind of organizing, this thing at the same time. This I'll put with the green. So whenever I look at something that has more than one color, I kind of decide which, is the predominant color. And sometimes I make a pile too that has multicolor. I even in my little container thing. So this I can put with my digital prints. My container thing, I have one that's called multicolor. So this one here, let's cut these apart and then they can go in the respective color. And I kind of like having things like this and to put them in the page kits, because having something with a different shape like this really makes it so that my layout kind of turns out different. Because if I have something like that on or in the page kit, then I try to use it, right? So it gets me to use different stuff. Okay. And as I'm doing this too, I'm kind of looking at everything, kind of getting maybe, ideas of how I could put them together. Okay, I might have to put that basket off to the side so I have room for all the different colors, but I'll always just I'll grab like something like this, and then you can still see what I'm kind of separating. And I don't know if I'll be, if I'll do the whole basket, but I'll definitely do enough to make some page kits. Oh, that's pretty. There's something stuck to the back here. So let's separate that. Let's make a brown pile. Put those there. Okay. Purple and gray and black I'll put together. This I'll throw it back in the basket for now. This I'll cut it apart in a minute. This is the transparency and it's yellow. This I have to cut apart. This I'll put it down with the grays. I'll put all the wood veneers together. This is a garbage. And then this I like. It's like a 3x4 card. This again I'll cut apart, separate it by color. So my hands are kind of full, and you know I don't want to set it down, so that's why I'm saying I'll cut it apart after. I'll just finish this, and as soon as I'm done with this stack, then I'll cut those apart. There we go. I'll put that with the yellow because I don't have a lot of yellow. This is pattern papers. So now let's cut these apart and then put them in the color or the family or the color family that I can put them in. Okay, so this I can either put it with the pink or the yellow. I think I'll put it with the yellow because I don't have a lot. I'll put this with the peach, that with the pink. Just like this. I know I've been, you know, for years now, literally years, I've been preaching about page kits. And I am telling you, if you've not tried making page kits, I would give it a go and tweak it to, you know, what works for you. Some people just, you know, they say, oh, I have to start with the pictures because, you know, I don't think I can find pictures after. Start with the pictures, you know, do it that way. And I think eventually you'll find that I haven't met a page kit yet that I haven't found a picture for. Haven't met a page kit yet. Doesn't matter. And I don't know how many times, and I don't know if I'm just lucky, but I don't know how many times. Okay, I'm mixing the yellow and the orange here. Not good. Orange is down here. Okay. Yes, I don't know how many times that I start, you know, I open a page kit, or sometimes I even start, you know, making the page, and then I start looking at even what it says, and I'm like, that is perfect. That couldn't coordinate more if I tried. And I don't know if subconsciously, you know, when I'm looking at that page kit, you know, if I'm, I'll go with pink. If I'm like seeing those words and I'm like, oh, that would work really well with, you know, these pictures. But it happens all the time. Okay. All right. So tomorrow on the Facebook group for the virtual crop, I'm going to announce all the challenges for the crop, which is on April 23rd and 24th. So there's going to be 10 challenges, 10 hours of scrapping. The kids and my husband always say, I don't know what you guys are doing up there, but are you sure you're getting anything done? Because all I can hear is laughter, and it's good, right? If anything, right now, that's what we need. We need to laugh and Man, we get so much done, but my goodness, do we laugh. Oh, people I've noticed are hilarious. And what I do is before I start the crop too, and I'll probably do that Friday morning, is I sit there and I think of subjects to talk about. So I write down a whole bunch of subjects and, you know, then we kind of talk about that. Or I think of stories, things that have happened to me in my life, and we talk about that, and it kind of sparks stuff with other people, and then they share some stuff, and oh, it's so fun. So fun. Okay, and where this time, I've kind of, you know, the first time I did the whole thing all in a row, and it was fun. Don't get me wrong. We had a blast. But after that, after the first time, I broke my wrist, and then I kind of had to do it in little spurts. And a lot of people said that they like that better because then they can, while we're doing the crop, they can chat. And then on our off time, they make the pages for the challenges. And then we do another session of, you know, everybody together, and I kind of do the challenges and we chat, and then they do the pages on the off time. So that seems to have worked really well. So I'm doing 2 sessions of 3 hours and 1 session of 4 hours. And we'll get those done. One thing I've really noticed too is it used to take me, I'm not kidding, hours to do pages, days. If I want to be honest, days. And just the fact that, oh, look at that. See, this happens all the time. Just the fact, as I was saying it, just the fact that I'm doing page kits has really helped me, you know, make pages faster. But I've tweaked stuff so much that a lot of things now contribute to that. Doing challenges, because I have a focus. I know exactly what I want to do, you know, whether the challenge is to use a large photo or, you know, a specific thing, you know, or the challenge is to, I'm just going back on some of the challenges here. You know, a quote from your favorite TV show, or, you know, whatever the challenge is, it helps me focus in on the layout. And I find that my layouts are coming together really quickly. A couple of weeks ago, last week or the week before, I did a layout and I did it in 16 minutes. And I was like, what? Like, did my camera stop? And I didn't notice. Is there stuff missing? And my digital files, I'm finding that because I have, you know, a foundation, so I can start with my foundation, and I don't always have to start with, you know, the viewfinders. I have tags that I can use as the foundation, but I've kind of tweaked how I do my embellishment clusters. You know, I know that what works for me is I start with the foundation, and I have certain shapes that I really like to use for the foundation, and I start off with that. And I know that as soon as I put, you know, I have my background done and my layers, I stick them down. And because I used to kind of move stuff around and move stuff around so much so that I would spend hours moving stuff around. Well, I've noticed that now I just, stick it. People that have taken the virtual crops know, stick it. They know the story behind stick it. So it's kind of fun to see sort of the progress that has come with my scrapbooking. It's kind of fun to see. Okay, oh, a little washi tape scrap. Oh, this is stuck on. No. Okay, I can still use that. I'll make it work. So yellow. And the great thing about doing this too is these pieces didn't fulfill their destiny. They didn't get onto a page. And by separating them again and trying to, re-put them in more page kits, they might fulfill their destiny this time around. And it just goes, and another thing is by doing the page kits and just, putting embellishments, it just goes to show that I think we kind of fussed too much about finding the perfect embellishments. I gotta find that perfect embellishment. No, I can look at something and I can make it fit. I can come up with something that's, oh, this is why I'm using that. Or just cause. If I can't find anything to why it's there. Okay. I'm glad I'm finding some enamel dots because I am running low on enamel dots. I ordered some and I think they might be in my mailbox right now. So I need to go get them. I keep thinking, okay, today's the day that I'm going to go, and my mailbox is not that far. It's not because it's far, it's because I keep forgetting to go. So I need to do that. I need to do that today. Mason has hockey this afternoon. By the time this goes up for you guys, it'll be like yesterday. I'm kind of taping my videos a day before, which is kind of nice. I decided that I'm going to upload videos 5 times a week, and I am able to film them the day before, which is super awesome. If you can get sort of a momentum going, then it's like, okay, this is working. Now, as far as the schedule, like what's going to be on what day, I haven't worked that out yet. Right now, I'm kind of doing videos for the virtual crop, kind of getting that up and, ready. I like to be ready a good almost week before, right? I don't like doing stuff the last minute. It stresses me out, and the last thing that we need to be is stressed about scrapbooking. There's enough stuff right now to be stressed about that we don't need to be stressed about our hobby. Definitely not. So I am kind of doing stuff in chunks, which I am kind of liking, doing a little bit every day. See, things like this, I love this. If I put this on a layout, it kind of decides how my layout is going to start. I love that. Okay, I'm going to put that in there too. And this, I'm starting to have quite a bit of stuff. And I know, I'm pretty sure I have a yellow layout. I have a green layout. I know I have blue. I know I have pink. I think I have a brown. So I kind of have quite a bit of embellishments here. I might have an orange, so I'm kind of waiting till I have a little bit more orange. And I know I might have 2 pink. So yeah, that's kind of a purple. So that's why I'm trying to get a little bit more pink there so that I have enough for the few layouts that I have. I think I may have a red. I don't remember. So I might need to go get maybe my, my digital files as I'm putting these page kits, adding the embellishments, just so that I have labels and, frames, tags, all that good stuff for my foundation. And then I have quite a bit of stuff for the finishers. Eee. And then of course my grid paper too. Need to get that out for the journaling. Let's put that in there. This is just garbage. Here's some more enamel dots. So I really like that basket too. Usually what happens, I have this little container here where I put, the scraps of what's left of my embellishments. And then if that gets full and I'm in the middle of a class and I don't have time to put them away in my iris little containers, then that's usually when it ends up being thrown in here. And as you can tell, there was quite a few times that I deemed that I didn't have time to put stuff away. So now I have this huge basket of embellishments, and there's quite a few page kits that I was rifling through that, and I said, oh, it's like, a treasure hunt. But after a while, that gets old. It's time consuming. And also with my wrist, I found that it was hard to get in there and move stuff around. So I decided that I was going to, separate them and then use them. So I'm starting to get quite a nice amount here. And what I might do, because right now, like I don't have the room to bring in the papers, I might set them off to the side, like just beside me, and then bring in the page kits. Orange. Bring in the page kits and then just bring in that color that I need. So bring in the pile of blues when I need the blue. Maybe what I'll do is go through my page kits, which I've never done before. So, that's maybe something new that I can start, is when I make page kits instead of, randomly doing them, is I'll go through them and say, okay, these two are pink. So I'm going to put them together so that I don't take the pink stuff off, and then bring them back in. And the same thing with my file folders. If I have them out, then I can just kind of make 2 or 3 pages in a row. I wouldn't want to do 10 because I would get bored of that color. I'm kind of finicky that way. I like a little bit of, a change, but for 10 page kits, I can definitely do that. Kind of separate them by color, and then I don't have to bring them in and out all the time. Try to save some time here. And I'm still working on my 100, project 100, where I want to make 100 page kits. It's slow going, but it's not a race. So I'm okay with that. I still have one page kit that I can use to scrap, here in my scrap room. And as soon as I'm kind of ready for the crop, that's my next thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to get a bunch of pages ready, and then I'll have a whole bunch done. I think I have, like, the paper portion of it, I have almost 50. So even if I just do, 10 or 20, and then keep making paper kits, and then, kind of go back and forth so that I don't get bored with either or. I think my favorite part is the paper part. And I love putting papers together more than I do adding embellishments, which is weird. So that'll be the next thing that I do. I'm going to do a whole bunch. What I'm hoping is I'll be able to go to an in-person crop soon. And then instead of panicking and saying, oh no, it's, in a week or so and I got nothing, I can just go, oh, there we go. I have, 30 page kits already done. Let's add some photos, and then I'll be able to get my journaling done ahead of time. So when I get there, my journaling is done. I can just, as I'm doing my pages, do my journaling right away. Maybe I can look at stuff and think of titles and kind of cut out my tiny letters and decide which thickers I'm going to use, and put the thickers on some wax paper so that I don't have to bring full things of thickers. I can just bring what I need to make that title. So there's a lot of advantages to being ready ahead of time. I'm kind of wondering, like these are toast. They're rub-ons. They are not coming off. I'm just going to chuck them. I've tried so many times to get those to work, and I just get so upset. And they're not that old. This is a pre-made embellishment. I'll just put it to the side. I'll put that to the side. I think I'm pretty much liking how many embellishments I have of each right now. Even the red, I was kind of waiting till I had a little bit more red. I have a little bit more. I have quite a bit of brown, a little bit of gray, quite a bit of blue, enough green, orange. So I think I'm going to stop here, and then it's going to take me a minute to move everything off to the side, and it's going to be in a different video where I'm going to put embellishments on the pages. I don't know. I'll probably just do, depending on how long it takes. I don't want it to be an hour-long video. So I'll do probably 15-20 minute spurts of adding embellishments. So, it'll be between 3 and 5, I would imagine. I kind of did sort of an average, I've kind of, every time I'm making page kits, I always see how long it takes me. And I've noticed that it's about 10 minutes to add, the pattern papers together, between 10 and 15 minutes. And it's the same amount of time for the embellishments. So if that's the case, then I'm thinking it'll probably be about 3. I'll do 3 page kits per video, and then one of them I'll do 4. And then I like to do them live too, because then you can kind of see, if they're, most of the time, there's not, like I said, I don't fuss too much about choosing the perfect embellishments. So, and where I'm kind of doing this ahead of time, I'm hoping that it's going to kind of accelerate that process of choosing embellishments, because I'll, say, okay, blue, I have this, kind of put them in. So then it'll just be adding, if I don't have enough viewfinders or circles or tags, then I can cut them out of the files, but I can have those kind of ready ahead of time too. And then I also have our new digital prints, which are these flowers, which I absolutely love. There is 3 different files right now, 3 different types of flowers. There's this one here. This is flower number 1. This is flower number 2. And this is flower number 3. Right now, they're only available in the 2-inch file. Next week, there's going to be the different sizes. And then if you purchase a bundle, then you get the stamped, what I call the stamped image, or he called it the colorless. And then you can color it whatever color you want, because there's no way that we could do, all the different colors. So we did add the stamped image or the colorless to the bundles, so that it's like a little bonus. It's a free digital print if you purchase the bundle, and everything is 50% off right now in celebration of our 1-year anniversary. I kind of kept it going because we hadn't had any new digital prints in a few weeks. So I wanted to make sure that you had a chance to get some new files at 50% off. So that's it. I'm going to end it here. I'm going to take every pile and I'm going to move it over. My desk is beautifully still clean. It's not going to look clean once I put that over there, but that's okay, because I'm going to work on those, fairly quickly. So, and then I'll make sure to put them, once I've done all my pages, I'll make sure to put those in those little iris containers, not back in here. I don't want them to come back in here. But I made quite a big dent in this, so I'm happy with that. One more time, maybe in a few weeks, I'll go through these and further separate them. Maybe what I can do, since this is pretty much already divided by color, I can kind of go through these too and make, it's not full, but it's getting there. So I can kind of put those in with, the colors that it belongs. And then I'll have 2 of these kind of separated. I think I'm going to put the peach and the orange together. They're together in my little containers anyway, so might as well do that. I wasn't planning on doing this, but as I was looking at that, I'm like, hey, get this kind of cleaned up. And it's a good thing, because it had some gray in there, and that was kind of what I was lacking the most. It has red, which I didn't have a lot of red there, so that was kind of good. And then I have this. I have this frame that I cut out a few years ago, and I need to use it. So maybe I can somehow use that, like put it in a page kit for maybe the virtual crop and get to use that frame. Huh. Just by doing that, I thought of a challenge. And that's that's how I think of challenges. I just go through and, you know, look at something and I'm like, how could I turn that into a challenge? Okay. All right. So now I'm really going to stop it here. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And don't forget, you can purchase the virtual crop. It's $10. You get 2 digital files, so $4 worth. So really the crop is like $6 if you consider that you get $4 in products for 10 hours of scrapping and 10 challenges. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.